My men have determined that I do not have a problem with anemia or high FODMAP foods, but Jesus has let me know that I eat way too much fiber in my diet. So what I'm going to do is, because I eat a lot of fruit every day and it can cause some bowel issues for me, I'm going to take this apple and find a way to cut it up in slices and keep it from turning brown so I can partition how much apple I eat every day. So right now I'm going to put in a half teaspoon of salt. I tried lemon and it didn't work. Lemon does not work. It still turns brown. So let's see how this works. Half teaspoon of salt. See if I can get a little bit more there. Okay, that's about, kind of hard to get it out of here. That's about a half teaspoon of salt. Okay, with 2 cups of water. Here's 1 cup. And let's get another cup. Now I'm going to use some of the apple today for breakfast. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let this dissolve. Here. There it is. There's a, what I did there is I put in, I was supposed to use 1/4 of a teaspoon. Well, I'll just put in more cold water. 4 cups of cold water. Yeah, and that'll work. And then I'll put the apple in there. Okay, let me go ahead and chop up this apple. See, the problem is I get too much fiber, and it causes me to have loose stools and stuff, so I'm going to slice this apple. Yeah. This is a Granny. I love my Granny Smith apples, but they only have the super big apples when I bought them at Walmart, and I just need to cut it into a more manageable size here so that I don't get too much fiber. I can go bigger slices than that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and, I probably should put them in the salt water. Well, yeah. Take off this brown spot. Yeah, put that in there. I tried lemon water and I wasn't too impressed with how that worked. I mean, using lemon, I wasn't too impressed with how that worked, so. I think salt water is going to work better. Take out the seeds here. I like apples, but I don't like this much apple in one day, especially since I eat strawberries and other fruit as well, like oranges and stuff. So just too much fruit, I'm getting too much fiber, and it gives me loose bowels. So Jesus himself told me that I'm getting way too much fiber. So yeah, you got to watch that. When I happen to enjoy high fiber foods, and it gives me some bowel issues. My men actually did a scan on me. They had the technology at Church of Gale, number 3, to determine if I have problem digesting certain sugars, like with wheat and milk. And they said, nope, Gail, you do not have that problem. So apparently my digestive issues are just getting too much fiber. Like I said, I happen to enjoy a lot of high fiber foods, like nuts and seeds and stuff. And if I don't watch it, I will just eat too many of them and get myself in digestive trouble. Yeah. Moderation is key, if you want to have a happy stomach. Moderation is key. Okay. Yeah, I like it. They're not turning brown at all. It's like salt water seems to be the way to go, man. And then I'm going to cut me up some strawberries and show you a delicious breakfast that I love to have And another thing is, Jesus did not advise having fruit and nuts and seeds at bedtime, which is what I used to do. He said that will give anybody a problem with bowels, Gail. Allergies are making me cough. Lauren McBride's putting nasty stuff in the air, man. She doesn't like it that I'm not falling for her lies. She wanted me to believe I was anemic. I found my men did a complete blood count. My husband, Brent Spiner, is a medical doctor, so I do not have anemia. Though Lauren McBride impersonated Brent brain to brain and told me that I did. So, yeah. I got to watch that tricky woman, man. Okay, let's go ahead and soak that for a little bit. Let me see how long I'm supposed to soak it. I don't leave it in there too long, but just long enough to, do the job. Let's take a look here. 5 minutes. Then drain away the water, but do not rinse the apples. Okay, yeah, so that's the thing. And then you package them in airtight containers. Do not rinse the apples. There's a brown spot on this one here. I'm going to take that off. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so 5 minutes. Do not rinse the apples. I'm just kind of like swish them in there. My hands are clean, so. Okay, yeah, about 5 minutes. Let me go ahead and start chopping up some strawberries because I am going to, so I'm going to soak them for 5 minutes and work on the other aspect. I love to have yogurt with fruit for breakfast. Hey, I like what I'm seeing here. Notice these apples are not turning brown at all. Beautiful. That means if the apple's huge, I don't have to eat the whole apple in one day. So let me just go ahead. They've been soaked, but you don't rinse them off. Leave the salt water on them and just stick them in here. This is the solution. That way I don't get too much fiber in one day. So look at that, beautiful. I can go ahead and dump the salt water out now. So yeah, and now I get ready to make my yogurt with the strawberries next. I'm going to cut up my strawberries next. Okay, let's go ahead. I already rinsed these, and I'm going to go ahead and slice them to get them ready for my yogurt treat for breakfast. And I share this with my men. These are really sweet strawberries too. I went grocery shopping recently. You might say, that's still a lot of fruit. Yeah, that's the reason why I need to, but I don't want to waste this beautiful apple. I love Granny Smith apples. I just need to eat less. As you can see, this is still a lot of fruit. And I used to eat this much at bedtime with like 3/4 of a cup of nuts and seeds, and Jesus said, anybody who eats like that's going to have bowel issues, Gail. So, yeah, he's saying, yeah, since I quit eating like that, I also lost about 10 pounds. You can gain a lot of weight eating that many nuts and seeds, so. You may say, I think it was like comfort food for me. Anyways, okay, now, let's go ahead and throw these in here. See, that's a lot for breakfast. Yeah, I know, but it seems like more because I cut the strawberries up, And then I'm not going to use all the apples. I'm just going to throw some in there as a spice. Like, yeah. Once I cut them up, put them in there, that's fine. So, that's it. That's it. I'm going to put the rest of these. No, I think I'll put one more in there. That's it. Okay. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and add some yogurt. This is full-fat yogurt. Brent Spiner recommended that I use full-fat yogurt. He said the fat in the yogurt will help your body to absorb more nutrients. So he told me to switch to full-fat yogurt. Let me make sure I'm still on the camera. Yep. Okay. So this is my breakfast. I used to have stuff like this at dinner time. And Jesus said, Gail, you got to stop eating that at dinner time. That's why you're having bowel issues. So, okay, here's the full-fat yogurt. So I kind of like lop that on there. Actually, I think I'm going to put some more in there. I just love this. This is my version of fruit yogurt, you know. Actually, I think I'm going to put in a little bit more yogurt. I love my yogurt. This is how I have it. This is my breakfast food. I want a little bit more yogurt, I think. You might say, you're going to get fat with full-fat yogurt. Actually, my weight's doing very well. I'm averaging about 124 pounds, so I'm 5'6½", small bone structure. So I don't have a problem with weight. My weight's doing excelente. Oh, what did I do with that, Lord? I need more yogurt. Okay. Yeah. Add even more. So, beautiful apple. It's been lasting a long time, but I just don't want to waste it. I share this with my men. Here we go. Here we go. There's my breakfast. That's not all I have for breakfast, but yeah. My men will enjoy this. So I have fruit for breakfast, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the little table. Yeah, you'll see the little table. Everything I put on this little table gets transported to Church of Gale. There it goes. They're going to have a treat. I added apples in there with the strawberries. I think that's going to be an interesting combo. Now I'm going to seal this. They recommend you store the apples in a sealed container. So there we go. And I'll put this in the refrigerator, and I'll have these apples they're not browning either. That salt water works better than lemon juice. And yeah, I tried lemon juice. It doesn't work. This is better. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and I'll be able to use these apples tomorrow.